Hello, welcome to our podcast, guys. How are y'all today? Welcome to PillowTalk Unplugged with Metra, yours truly, Metra, and my handsome, most loving, amazing husband and father, Derek. Okay, so today's topic last episode, we pretty much introduced you to us and told you guys how we met and how everything kicked off. So we want to kind of jump into dating this episode. What are your dating non-negotiables? What will you not tolerate? What are you flexible on? Everything about dating, all things dating. Babe, first met, what were your non-negotiables?
I don't know. I don't really think I had any.
Oh, so if I had 3 dudes, you wouldn't care?
You did.
How dare you?
I'm just kidding.
See, I can't. If I had a kid, would have been okay with that?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. If I had a crazy ex that was showing. Sorry.
Evidently, it was okay.
Well, I'm okay. Not okay. A crazy ex that was like showing up, popping up places, like a stalker type ex. Would that have been okay? Because that's considered baggage.
If it's worth it, you'll deal with a lot. I mean, it's just got to be worth it to you.
Okay. All right. My non-negotiables started out like, okay, so before I met Derek, I had wrote a list, and I would encourage all of my single females, all of my single males, if you are really looking for your wife, your husband, make a list of all things that you desire in a mate. So I made a list, and I prayed over this list. My list consisted of tall. I did prefer a lighter complected person. That was just something superficial. Someone who loved God, who was God-fearing, someone that was going to put me first, someone that I found visually appealing. Like, so this person had to be attracted to me. I'll have to go back and look at my list, but Derek met all of the things except for having a kid, which in the last episode, he told you that I didn't find out till after I was already knee deep in, like I was already in. So I think, had fallen for him over the 2 months of us conversing, because we talked about some deep stuff in the 2 months that we talked. So we're talking about that. Let's go to, would you recommend, not for us, but for like our single friends, would you recommend online dating? What is your take on that?
I guess we sort of did.
Yeah, so. Definitely. We did online dating. Go ahead. I just, you playing with the flower.
What are you doing?
So you would think it's
I don't know if it's much different.
Okay, so
when you first start dating.
To your point, I've heard people say, "Oh no, you can't do online dating because the internet, blah 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 blah. You could be somebody crazy. It could be somebody crazy." But
you can go to the grocery store and meet somebody and then wind up being crazy.
Walmart, you can meet a crazy. So
I don't think the internet changes that outcome.
The aspect. No, I don't either. Depending on the app that you're using, because there are a lot of apps now. We're unfamiliar because, like I said, we got together back in 2006. So we've been in this thing for over 20-some years. So we don't know what the dating apps are, but I know there are a lot of hookup dating apps. So if you're on a hookup date now, I would not condone that if you're looking for a relationship. Let's talk about what dating looks like to you. Dating for me, are you exclusive? And we determined early on, like once we met in person, it was all she wrote. We decided that we were exclusive, boyfriend and girlfriend. Like it was exclusive. This means no text, no social media messages, nothing. So we are exclusive. That's what dating looked like to us. And also, holidays. Dating to me, when you're dating someone, this is your person. Holidays, we're together. I don't care how we do it, we're going to be together. If we got to work out things to go to your family's house first and my family's house second, That's what we're gonna do. So, okay, so my question is to you: with holidays, dating someone, what does that look like to you?
Yeah, if you're serious, then you definitely want to spend the holidays with each other. But to me, you're not serious if you spend it with somebody else without them there. I mean, that's kind of.
Or what about, okay, I'm going to my parents and you going to your parents? Is that
Some people do that?
I understand that, but do you think that is a promising relationship if
No,
someone does that?
I just don't think it's that serious. You probably don't look at you as a
Mate,
yeah,
or
or one entity or whatever, however they say it.
But remember, this is just dating. This is not
Right,
even
why that's what I'm saying. When it gets serious, like
Okay.
it ain't serious. Then that's my opinion, and I could mean other people might have a different opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, with us, we were together. After we established that we were boyfriend and girlfriend, we were together on every holiday if he did not have to work. And he worked a very demanding job when we first started dating. So sometimes he wasn't able to be there on the holidays. It wasn't because he didn't want to.
I was working 6 days a week for like 8-9 hours.
Yeah. So that brings me to my next thought. How and when did you know that I was going to be your wife?
I think it's when we went on vacation.
How long into it were we?
What was it, about 2 months? Let's see, that was that summer. I'm thinking. Yeah, that vacation. I think that was the first time we probably spent several nights, probably a week.
It was that good.
Yeah.
Okay, honestly and truthfully, I felt like the very first time I met him, I didn't finish that off. So in the first episode, we talked about how we met, but we never talked about what happened after that. So we met at a gas station. In tune, we also kind of drove to the Waffle House adjacent from.
And I got in your car, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He got in my car because he was cool. Like I had to make sure he was good. So once
I was dumb with me. I could have been in danger.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of crazy.
Whatever.
You got me somewhere and set me up. I mean.
For what?
All my money.
Boy, what money did you have?
Wow.
I had more money than you. Anyway, so we went to Dan Nicholas Park and we walked around for like, 2 hours? We Maybe. Just kind of talked and like enjoyed each other's company that first time that we met. And honestly, walking through that park and talking, I honestly felt like he was going to be my husband. But I didn't say that just because I didn't want to scare him off.
I think the good thing too was the conversations that were on the phone. They were the same in person. Yeah. You know.
So not like, you know how Love is Blind, the popular TV show on Netflix. Like you fall in love with this image in your head, but you can't see them. And then when you actually see them, the attraction is not there. And so everything that you talked about is kind of goes out the window. So the fact that when we saw each other's photos, and then when we talked, it was the same. Like it was the same dynamic. Like it wasn't like he catfished me.
It wasn't like awkward or anything. It was just like how it was on the phone.
The chemistry was definitely there. Also, love languages. So let's talk about love languages. What is your love language?
Touch.
Yes, he loves touch. Give me a hug. My baby loves a good hug now. Loves a good hug. My love language is words of affirmation and acts of service, and he does really well as far as that goes. Just knowing your partner and knowing what does it for them. Physical touch is not my love language, but I know that his. So I try to give him what he needs, and in return, he gives me what I need. Like I like to hear, baby, I love you. Baby, you're such an amazing mom. You're such an amazing wife. I love to hear it. And then Tail also, bring me something. Do something for me special. He always does stuff for me. Even though he had to learn me. But of course, that's a part of dating and learning your partner.
Being willing to learn too.
Absolutely.
That's the main thing.
And being coachable and actually wanting to do the things, because some people, they get in a relationship and they're just stuck in their ways and they're like, I'm not doing anything. So you knew within 2 months, and I knew probably within. So we had talked on the phone and chatted online for like 2 months before we actually met in person. Then we finally met in person. It was like the week we met, like that was all she wrote. I was either in Lowell or he was either in Salisbury, whatever it meant, whether we needed to get a hotel, whether he was staying at my mom's house, I was staying at his mom's house, we worked it out. That's how much it meant to us to spend time together. So he and I were both like, I was off I think every other weekend, and he was off every weekend. Like there would be times where like I worked third shift, so I had like there were days during the week that I was off that I would go, and sometimes we would get a hotel and we would hang out there. But every free moment we spent with each other, as we do now as a married couple. So I think it was just the chemistry, like
that's a good point too. The investment has to be equal. Yeah. So that's what made it work. Far as a little bit of a long distance.
Yeah, and I do feel like we both crave each other as we do now. Like we talk on the phone basically. Like when I get off from work, I either check in with him or he calls me. Like we call each other on our lunch breaks. I really don't understand when people say, "Oh, you just talk to him too much." Like that's my best friend. I gotta tell him I dropped my breakfast on the ground. I gotta tell him who did what to me in the office. That's my best friend. I tell him everything.
And I have to call you and be like, "You ain't gonna believe this, mother."
But yeah, because we like, and that's the thing. Like when you're so in tune and the chemistry is there, we have people that we know. They say we want to leave the wives at the house. Oh no, he won't fight. Well, I'm not gonna speak for him, but I have people like, let's leave the guys at home. No, I want my husband to come.
Well, I've had a couple of people want me to go on these all guys trips, and that's not gonna happen. I don't see me taking a trip with nothing but guys.
Vice versa, and I'm not going on a girls trip only because
I mean, the only way I would do it if you went to, and then I can go back to the room at night. Me and you.
Just at night.
Well, just I hang out with them a little bit, and then me and you do something. I'm just saying, that's the only way it's gonna work.
Me at night. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Wow. But so yeah, honestly, I'm not interested in going anywhere new. Like all my new experiences.
Oh, that's another thing. Yeah.
I want to experience with him. You know, like
what if it's somewhere you done been though?
If it's somewhere I've been, okay. So let's get into that. No, because all the people in the world, besides my mama, you are the only person that's gonna look out for me. I feel secure, and this is not a knock on anybody that I associate with. But there's just a level of security I feel when I'm with you.
Well, it wouldn't be a knock to them. It could also be safety from where you're at, the place you go.
Or a big ups to you because you make me feel secure. Like when I
travel, well, I'm just saying it's not to say that they would do something wrong, but I mean that could happen. We've seen stories where that's happened, but it could just be going somewhere and something else being a danger, not just the people you go with. But
you have to have a level of friendship. We developed that friendship coming up to the point to like some of the guys that he grew up with was like, dang, you just left us hanging. But it's not that I left you hanging. I found my person. This is my person. I'm building something with my person.
And I'm not going to sit around playing video games with him all day.
Yeah, he's a man's man. He wants his woman, okay? So what are your takeaways if you had to give advice to a young man, a 20-year-old, 25-year-old who thinks he's met his mate, what advice would you give that young man?
Something I had to learn: hear without responding. A lot of times when you have conflicts or something, you hear somebody talking shit about you and then you want to say something back. That's been something I had to learn a lot over the years, was just hear without responding. Hear what you're saying instead of just listening to say something back, because you can't take in the information if you don't listen to what that person is saying, and vice versa. Like if I say something to you, I would expect for you to take it in. So that was something I had to learn over time, probably getting older. That would be one of the things. A lot of people, that's a part of a relationship they don't want to do, is listen and hear. They want to respond. They want to be right.
And the thing is, when you're in a relationship, there's no right or wrong. it's us. We're a team. So it's us against everything else. So I think a lot of people, like you said, want to be right, want to respond. I would say one of my takeaways is pick your battles. Everything is not a fight. Like there are certain things, like there are non-negotiables. Infidelity, non-negotiable. We don't tolerate it. It's not going to happen.
Any form of disrespect, I feel like, is
a
non-negotiable.
Is he going to shave his beard and leave hair all in the bathroom sink? Yes.
No,
that is not. That's not non-negotiable. That's something that you can live, that you can deal with. But infidelity, talking and chatting with other girls, that's a non-negotiable. No, we don't want that. Chatting and talking to other guys, that's a non-negotiable. We don't want that. And that's something that can't be worked out. Eating after I wash the dishes and leaving a dish on the counter, that's something we can deal with. It's not a make or break. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. To that point, some things you got to think. Will this matter in tomorrow?
Yeah.
Will this matter in an hour?
Well, yeah, 5 years. So, and this is one of my key things. This is some advice I would give as well. Will this affect you 5 years from now or a year from now? And most of the time, the answer is absolutely not. So sometimes you just gotta take it. Him leaving his pants on the floor, yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, you gotta do an extra step. Is it worth waking him up, starting a fight, arguing over it? No, it's not. We gotta pick our battles. Every battle is not a battle. Everything is not a battle.
One thing I would like to add is I would rather you want me than need me. Right. So that's something you see that a lot in a lot of relationships these days.
Yeah. But a lot of
the
people,
convenience, or they're just there because they need each other.
It's a partnership, almost.
Versus a real relationship.
Yeah, and we've seen that so many times where it seems like the husband or the wife is unhappy, and it's just a thing of convenience. They have this immaculate home, but it needs two incomes, and we have to stay together because we gotta pay the bills. That is not the case here. We're both here because we want to be. We're both here because we love each other. We're both here because it works. We're both here because the chemistry is there. I've had people hit me in my inbox. Not men. Well, men do hit me in my inbox, but you'll get blocked or deleted. So please do not do that. Or I'll show him and we'll laugh at you together. I've had women come to my inbox and say, are y'all really that happy? And I'm just like, absolutely. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that everything is bliss, because it's not. Because we have arguments just like anybody else.
Regular life.
We
like argue, anybody's life is every day is not perfect.
Right. We argue.
But you can still be happy and every day not be perfect.
We fuss, we fight, we do everything. And if you know me, you know I'm very passionate. As intense as my love, my anger is just intense. Just as intense.
Just as.
Oh, you think it's more? So when I get angry, I get angry. And so I will go for that neck. At the end of the day, when everything is all said and done, I do make sure he knows that I love him. Derek and I both are very passionate individuals. And when he gets mad, he's just as intense. Don't do that. He can be intense. Everybody always says, oh, he's so cool. He's so laid back. I don't see him acting out.
For the most part, I am. It takes a good bit to get me to that level.
You have gotten there.
Everybody has at some point.
I know, but I'm just saying you acting like you don't get mad.
Well, to add to that, needing somebody rather than wanting them, it just seems like I've seen some.
It's almost robotic, almost.
Not even robotic. I feel like sometimes the man doesn't want the wife to be as successful just so they can keep them where they want them.
Yeah.
And for me, if you got a job making more money than me, I would love it. That would take some pressure off of what?
Oh, you trying to say I ain't shit?
Yep. No. I'm just saying, nobody knows. We might make the same amount. Nobody knows. But I'm just saying, if you made astronomical more than me, I'll be so happy. I'm like, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
And then, I don't want you to have to rely on me so much that if I die, then it fucks everything up. That's part of what I mean by want rather than need.
Well, yeah, that too. But again, we do see a lot of robotic relationships where it's like.
Because I ain't gonna hold you hostage. If you want to go, you can go.
If you want to go, you can go, baby. Because listen,
you don't need. If you need me, you can go. Then you won't go.
Hit the road, dude.
What are relationship red flags for you? Like if we weren't married, if
we were
met
just talking,
me, yeah. And,
if you had a whole lot of male friends,
okay.
that would be a red flag for me. And there weren't no boundaries with those friends. If they could just,
I agree. Let's make that our next topic: male and female friends, because that's a big one. But we're gonna end it here, just because we've had a good conversation. We've really dove deeply into the dating aspect of relationships. Do you have anything else you want to add on, like, the main topic of dating?
Dating back then is probably different than it is now.
Totally different.
But
y'all got a whole different view. It's definitely key in the dating pool.
I feel like the dating for us hasn't changed since we first started going on dates.
Absolutely. And that is a very important part of our marriage. Like, we have to take time out for the both of us. Like, dating is essential. You have to continue to date. You have to continue to do the things that you first did when you got together. That is essential to a healthy relationship. You have to add all those dynamics, kids, work, extracurricular activities. You have to prioritize your marriage. A lot of people think that when I say I put my marriage over my kids, which I do, it's a deeper meaning. It's not that they're not being taken care of, because my kids are well taken care of. They have all their needs. They have all their wants. Sometimes they probably shouldn't get all of their wants. Topic, and that's another day.
We can go into some parenting
later,
another time.
But when you prioritize your marriage, everybody is taken care of, because the wife is happy, the husband is happy, and the kids are happy. Because if both of our needs are being met, emotionally, physical, financially, every need is being met, I'm going to be a happier mother. He's going to be a happier father. And he's going to be able to meet the needs of our kids. And I'm going to be able to meet the needs of our kids as well. But you also have to think about it. Those kids are going to grow up and they are going to leave. And guess who's going to still be here? Me and him. So we have to maintain that level of friendship, relationship. We have to be able to depend on one another with our kids here, and even once our kids leave. That's about it for this episode. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will get back with you guys for our next episode. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.